Hello YouTube, my name is Ekuegan, you call me EK. In today's video we're going to go over the TWAB, which is from February 3rd, 2022. If it's your first time here, if you make it to the end of this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you like more content like this, make sure to turn on notifications to all. This video is sponsored by Elgato. Elgato kind of helps me stream and do multiple things in many different ways, such as the stream deck. Look at that, I'm calling you right now. Yo, please join the damn E-crew, man. Become part of this channel. Let's have a wonderful journey going into Witch Queen, all right? Anyways, now that that's through, let's go through this. So this week at Bungie, we got a lot going on. Hello and welcome to another installment this week. I'm gonna skip this part. I seem like too much, you know? Now, your normal Monday morning announcement of Bungie joins Sony Interactive Entertainment. Cool. Bungie is now part of PlayStation's collection, or something like that. That's the way I see it. Now, for some reason, Bungie wants to let us know that it's kind of a big deal. I'm gonna be honest, until I see it come to fruition, I don't trust none of this shit. It seems like they're overhyping it. Like, when I look at the Carfax, why are they overhyping it? They don't need to. If it's this good, why is it being overhyped? I don't know. Okay? Now, I'm reading here and it tells me that it's a kind of a big deal. Why are you telling me it's a big deal? Show the shit to me when you release stuff for the game. But anyways, we joined Sony Interactive Entertainment. There's a lot to unpack here, and we highly recommend reading through our announcement. I'm not reading that. No. All right. It looked like somebody got money and gave it to another person that got money. All right. Now, if we're gonna go through this, it says here, Destiny 2, one community multi-platform. Destiny 2 is still on all current platforms and span to new platforms. When they say new platforms, I don't know what the new platforms are. Are we going to the Switch? Are we going to the Wii? Where are we going? You know, I need to know where we're going. Because I need to know if I need to put on my glasses or if I need to sip some tea and see where we're going. But where are we going? All right. Number 2, self-published, creatively independent. Bungie maintains full creative control and publishing independence. Cool, because when y'all left Activision, that's what y'all said. Y'all wanted freedom, right? But now somebody else owns y'all. So I don't know what's happening here, but you talk about you independent. That's like being married, but you talk about you single. Like, this is crazy to me. You know? I'm not gonna lie, this is hella sus. But anyways, let's get back to this. Every player should have an amazing Destiny experience no matter where you choose to play. Yeah, but PlayStation is gonna have some kind of like up to it, right? I feel like after Witch Queen, PlayStation might have some exclusives. But hey, I'm just a dude reading some shit, alright? What do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Alright? I feel like PlayStation or Sony got Bungie. I don't think it's more about Destiny 2. I see Bungie hyping up Destiny 2 to be the main thing, but isn't Bungie working on another game too? Didn't they double up their studio size? What is it? What's underlying here? What are they trying to, like, you know, because Bungie's not Destiny 2. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm just gonna be honest. In the realm of Destiny 2, we don't expect you to notice much of a change from your day-to-day adventures as a Guardian. Of course not. We aren't going to make Destiny 2 platform exclusive. Of course you're not. You're not going to make it platform exclusive. If we look at the past, right? Destiny 2 has been on Xbox before. But the difference was PlayStation always had Strike exclusives and exclusive exotics, weapons, right? So yeah. Doesn't matter if it's platform exclusive because, come on, we know you to be on other platforms. We're committed to Destiny that you can play on all platforms of your choice and it has the same great experience regardless of what device you're using. We're going, like, you telling me this is telling me what I already know. We're going to continue to develop an amazing new world for multiple platforms. Of course, you have to make multiple stuff. But what you're not telling me is, is PlayStation going to have exclusives only acquired on PlayStation? But you know what? I'm going to read the facts on my own time. So with that being said, what else is going on? It's February for starters. We're less than 3 weeks away from the launch of the Witch Queen. Did you see that we hit 1 million pre-orders? No, I didn't. Because that's your money. I don't pocket watch. How the hell am I supposed to know? Did you hear that Sabathon 1 million Guardians will like a word? I'm going to be honest, Sabathon. Like, if you pull that thong off, like, you know what I'm saying, I might come over to your side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. But, like, I don't know. All right? Let's get hype. It seems like there's been, like, a bunch of hype about Witch Queen, and like Bungie's pushing all this hype and hype that, I'm sorry to say this, Bungie, if you get a lot of people hype and then the shit is doo-doo, you are going to get roasted, people are going to flame, and people are going to go ham. All right? Now, I look forward to Witch Queen. I'm not hyped for Witch Queen. I'm looking forward because it's something new. There's new worlds, and from what I see, we're going back to Mars, and Mars was like in Destiny 1 that we had in Destiny 2. But like, let your work hype it up for me. Like, give me more trailers. All right, you telling me all this doesn't do anything for me. We also had a kick-ass Gear trailer to go live on Tuesday. Have you seen it yet? Even if you have, we're going to embed the video right here. I actually have a trailer reaction to this video. So if you want to watch it, I caught a few different things there. You know, definitely go check it out. All right. You may have noticed there's a quick glimpse into weapon crafting at the top of that video. Let's take a moment to walk through it. Not just the video, but crafted as a feature. After we follow the TWAB tradition of digging into the nitty-gritty of sandbox balance, patch notes to the quick preview. Why DMGOs gotta make these jokes, man? That's a lot of words I gotta read, bro. Alright. Anyways, welcome to the Enclave. I'm guessing Enclave is probably going to be where we craft stuff, right? It's like a big key, kind of. That looks cool. Sabathon is building an army of hive. These aren't just ordinary hive. They become the Lucent Brood. How could this happen? What will the Vanguard do as we begin to question the line between light and dark? As you begin to unravel the mystery and battle the Witch Queen brood abroad, you'll discover the Enclave. This will be a destination for weapon crafting. Well, I can tell that this place is going to be on Mars from the trailer that was shown to us. Cool. Crafting a legendary weapon from scratch isn't a simple matter. Finding patterns, thinking weapon blueprints. Collecting materials and building your weapon is a starting point. After crafting your tool of destruction, you begin to unlock its full potential through combat. I got a lot of questions. Like, if I find, hear me out. If I find like the way to make or to put rampage on a weapon already, I find the way to put overflow on a weapon already. I find a way to like put Vorpal on a weapon, right? Is it only tied to that weapon? Do I have to go out of my way to go find Vorpal for a different weapon and a different weapon and a different weapon? I don't know, but let's keep going here. Maybe I'll figure something as I read this, right? Because I don't know. Maybe Bungie tells me all this. Early in the Witch Queen campaign, you'll be given an introductory quest that runs you through the ins and outs of crafting. In the first and second mission of the Witch Queen, free to all players, Guardians will uncover the deep side ability and be introduced to the Enclave. Right? That makes complete sense. Also, I know this is a YouTube recording, but shout out to Mr. Clyde for the host. Clyde, I appreciate you. Hope you had a phenomenal stream. Chat, please make sure you click on the link. Make sure you go give him a follow. All right. All right. Also, YouTubers, if you watch this YouTube video, go subscribe to Clyde on YouTube too. All right. Now, I'm getting back to it. This is cool. It looks like a key to me, right? It looks like a key to me. Nice. So Bungie's already telling us that when we're going through the story and we're chasing after Sabathon, we're gonna end up on Mars, and then we're gonna unlock this place called Enclave so we can craft stuff. Cool. I see that there's the 3 Guardians here in this picture. Looks like the Warlock is in the back with the Solar, the Hunter's in the front with the Arc, and the Titans on the left side with the Void glaive. And apparently they're going to be exotic. So that's gonna be different. Hopefully it does a lot more, because something that's taking over the exotic slot has to do a lot more than just what I'm seeing here. This is where you begin to shape your first glaive, a brand new weapon archetype being introduced in the Witch Queen. All of the necessary materials will be provided for your first crafted weapon. Okay, so the first crafted weapon for us is going to be the glaive. But you'll also be given a short tutorial on how to find those materials for future crafting. A subset of weapons archetypes will be crafted from the start, but more will be added in the future. I'm scared. I don't know if we are going to be limited. I hope not, right? I hope we're not limited, because like, think about it this way. What if you got a weapon in your vault that you like deleted, and you're like, man, I can't wait to make this weapon this way, right? And Bungie's like, nah, you can only do the weapons that drop the Witch Queen, right? I don't know. We'll see. All I know is it's unlimited potential if you let people craft a bunch of weapons, but it is Destiny and it is Bungie, and when things first get introduced in this game, they get really bugged, right? Like, stuff in this game just breaks a lot. So maybe they just want to do like a little bit, hoping that we don't break the system so they can do more. All right. In order to shape your future tools of destruction, you need a little bit of research first. Patterns are your first requirement. Some will be acquired through quest completions, while others can be earned by completing various gameplay. Once you earn your desired pattern, it can be crafted at any time with the... Look at that. They already answered my question. Hello? Yo, how you knew I was going to ask that question? Like, I was saying, like, if I got Rampage, do I have to get it again? Yo, good job, man. Yeah. Thanks, Bungie. That's crazy. All right. That's good to know. Once you find a pattern for something, you don't have to find it again. But that also gives me the question, like, that means that I don't have to do anything. Like, think about it this way. If I'm able to basically craft any pattern, right, for like any perk coming up to Witch Queen, and then a new season comes out, that means the only thing that I have to go for are going to be whatever new perks come in on that next season. That's not bad, right? That's a nice grind. Like, that also means that people can prioritize what perks they want to go after first. Like, for me, I'm like, shit, I want to get a Vorpal, right? I want to get a Headstone. I want to get this. So that's going to be nice that we can prioritize that. Also, how was... My only question, too, is with the pattern is, if I unlock a perk, is that available to all weapons? Or is it only, like, if I unlock a perk, is it only tied to auto rifles? I don't know if a Bungie dev is going to watch this, but, like, if I unlock a perk, for example, and I feel like that perk will be it'll be nasty as hell on a certain type of weapon, right? Am I going to be able to just like bring it over, like overflow on certain weapons? Like, can I do that, or am I only unlocking it for that weapon? I really hope that we can unlock one perk. Like, if I get Genesis, like it shows Genesis here, I hope that once I unlock Genesis, that pattern, I could put it on any other weapon that I want. But who knows? After reaching the enclave and crafting your first glaive, randomly rolled weapons throughout the game have a chance to drop a new ability, Deep Sight Resonance. This will be used as you begin to target specific trait to craft. As an example, if you find a Deep Sight Resonance legendary auto rifle with the Rampage perk, you can complete an objective and extract the essence of the perk to then craft the weapon with Rampage or another perk that increases damage. Okay, so then is Bungie going to give us a list of what they mean by crafting a weapon that has Rampage or another perk that can increase the damage? There's a lot of perks that increase damage in this game, right? You have Adagio, you have Vorpal, right? Like, you have Firing Line. Does that mean that once I unlock Rampage with this Deep Sight Resonance, I can, like, think about it, right? Like, if you get the essence of a perk and then you craft a weapon with like a reload speed, like Outlaw, does that mean that I get other perks that increase my reload, like Rapid Hit? You know, like, I need more about the Deep Sight Resonance weaponry. That's what, like, Does that mean that like once I open up something, I can like work my way around? That'd be nice too, right? That means that like we get to sit here and find ways to like be efficient. That ghost looks like they got a shrieker ghost. That's dope. Yo, that artifact looks crazy. It's like a dagger and a sword and some other like just put together. Okay. Okay. Also, did they put the 69 here on purpose? I kind of want to know. There's a 69 here on purpose. Like, all right. Forensic Nightmare. Deep sight resonance. This weapon possesses a resonance detected by your deep sight ability. Use this weapon in combat to complete activities in order to attune to this resonance and extract materials useful for shaping weapons. Activity completions and usage. You know what's funny? It's a good thing that Bungie signed this to activity completions. You know, because like people still have to do something. Imagine it was just like getting kills. Because then, you know, we got Dreaming City and the Shattered Throne, and people are just going to go in there and just kill, right, for it. So, also, this SMG looks crazy. All right, just hear me out. This joint has armor piercing, perpetual, and headstone on it. Like, also, Bungie, what are you hiding here? There's two things here that I want to see, but you know what? I'll wait till Witch Queen. But what's happening here? You know, like... Do we get extra perks on these weapons? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, my lord. Here comes the AR. I see two things here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ooh, look at these perks. Yo, guy that like took the screenshot. How come you couldn't come over these perks real quick, bro? Okay, so you completed it, and now you can put it into your weapon. Am I getting this right? If I use this weapon in combat and I complete it, I get deep sight ability, right? Does that mean with deep sight ability, I can then take this perk and add it to my collection of perks that I have? Can you only choose one? Also, one of those is going to be the kill tracker, but there's a kill tracker right here. Enemies defeated. I don't think that's going to be. I don't think these are kill trackers up here. The kill tracker is still right there. I don't know. We'll see. Like current weapons, not every weapon pattern will be compatible with every trait. But you have a good list of traits to mix and match as you customize a given weapon to your desired specifications. It doesn't stop there though. Through the Enclave, you'll also be able to kick things up a notch and enhance your traits to strengthen their flavor. My only thing is with deep sight resonance, right? It says here, if you extracted like Rampage, right? Or you can get another perk that increases damage. So does that mean that you can, like, if a weapon has two perks that you want, you can only do one at a time? Or can you only extract one thing from like one weapon? Right? That's another thing. Maybe. Like current seasons, not every weapon will be compatible with every trait. Okay, I asked that question. But you have a good list of traits to mix and match as you customize a given weapon to your desired specifications. It doesn't stop there though. Through the Enclave, you also be able to kick things up a notch and enhance your traits to strengthen their flavors. I was asking this because, like, imagine I could put like blinding on like a rocket launcher. Like, hey, look, you call me crazy, but like imagine I just rock in one area, right? I have blinding and I have like chain reaction. Things are blind, and then if something blows up, other things get blinded. I was just trying to be good at the game, okay? But leveling your weapons and enhanced traits. Once a weapon is crafted, Guardians may begin to increase his level by using activities. Increase his level. It's not light level, is it? Once the weapon is crafted, Guardians may begin to increase his level by using the activities and by defeating enemies. This is where the bulk of your crafting playtime will be. The more you use your weapon, the faster you unlock its full potential. Wait, are they Are they making it to where we unlock our perks like a Destiny 1 again? This line is like weird as shit to me. Enhanced stats and traits can be unlocked when reaching higher levels, granting slight bonuses to your weapon capabilities. Our goal through the system is to give players a reason to invest in their weapons, far beyond what masterworking could offer in the past. Each weapon can now act as a long-tail pursuit as long as you look to make your freshly crafted weapons the best it can be. Okay. Slow firing and high damage. This weapon is more accurate when this weapon will earn an additional minor stat boost at level 20. Okay. I wonder if there's a cap to this. Like, I wonder if you can only do this once. It doesn't say it, right? It can be intimidating to start making decisions on how to build your weapon. So we're also giving you the ability to reshape your crafted weapons in Enclave if you want to mix up the components of your weapon after you finish crafting. You can switch up barrel, mags, or traits you choose so you don't feel like you got locked down one path forever. Okay. I got a lot of questions. Like, my mind is like rolling. Okay, so I'm guessing the options here were probably like impact, range, handling, stability, and reload speed. Like the 5 down here, right? So you can't change your rounds from you don't, yeah, you can't change your mag because you'll have an option to change that in game. So does that mean we get 2 masterworks basically? Like, you get the original masterwork on the weapon. This weapon will earn an additional boost at level 20. I kind of wish they showed me this, right? I wonder if you I just wonder if you like unlock each one at a certain level, so then like you get a boost on all of your stats, not just like one. But we'll see. Shape, reshape. As Guardians begin to embrace this new system, you begin to see new legends rise. Some will prefer hockey and other foundries. Others may dabble in new weapons from Redacted. We're excited to see which weapons you embrace. Mementos. While the majority of your craftsman experience will be dedicated to mixing, matching, and enhancing traits, there's also an opportunity for a bit of customization when it comes to appearances and activity-specific trackers. At launch, one weapon memento will become available for all players to earn through Gambit. Yo, why is it Gambit? What, like, do you think we just want to play Gambit? So you force us to go play Gambit? Why not just make it through strikes, right? Because that's what new players get anyway. Even make it like quick play. I'd rather play quick play. It's gonna become available for all players to earn through Gambits. Some dev thought this was a great idea. I don't mind Gambit, all right? I really don't mind Gambit. But why Gambit? Unlocking a Gambit theme appearance in the tracker. Rank up your weapon to max level, head back to the Enclave, and apply your freshly earned mementos for some sweet flair. What I read was we want more players to play Gambit to get the first weapon memento. More of these will come online through Trials of Osiris and Grandmaster. Ooh, you said GM's word. I'm there. Through Trials and Grandmaster Nightfall. We have more plans for mementos down the line, and we're excited to introduce a new endgame rarity cosmetic items for players to chase as they build out their new arsenal of weaponry. Bro, they really like, you know what, Gambit lovers out there, I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying, if you want to, you know, help me get this memento, you're more than welcome to find me at twitch.tv/Ekuegan. This is crazy. Exotic crafting. Legendary weapons aren't the only thing that you'll be able to craft. Oh, shit. The upcoming Osteo Striga exotic SMG and 3-class unique. Okay. So then I guess the glaives are exotic, and they are going to be tied to each one. Hopefully at some point, the Warlock gets like a Void and Arc glaive. The Hunter gets, you know, a Void and Solar, and the Titan gets a Solar and Arc glaive. But once you find the respective patterns, of course. While legendary weapons can be crafted from the ground up, exotic crafting is more about fine-tuning something with a defined identity. You may have the opportunity to customize things like barrels or stocks while preserving exotic look and feel. Looking for a longer range profile for the weapon or opting to shred through your enemies up close and personal? Through the enclave, you can just do that. Okay, so I'm guessing over time they're gonna like put in patterns for all the exotics that we have in the game. Because I have some ideas for Anarchy. I'm just saying. All right, folks, we're at the end of our weapon crafting preview. Will you have questions? Undoubtedly, yeah, I had a lot of questions. Launch day of the Witch Queen is just around the corner, and we're excited to see what weapons you create. Don't worry, we aren't done with the TWAB just yet. We still have some exciting news regarding weapons to cover. Let's talk tuning. Tuning up, tuning down, tuning all around. Crafting is going to introduce an entirely new way to invest into a given weapon. When hunting for your new favorites, it's not about the looks, but about the feels. Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people love Destiny, man. Like the gunplay feels really nice. Movement is very crisp. So, weapon feature leak. Chris Proctor's on deck to walk through some changes, coming weapons, perks, and archetypes in the Witch Queen. The team has been hard at work over the last few months to bring this to life, and we got a lot to cover. If you're new to Destiny Sandbox and aren't too deep in the terminology and know-how, this can be a lot to process at first glance. While we know a few of our Sandbox-minded community members will break this down through YouTube videos and write-ups, there's no shame in skimming this. Sandbox is about the feel, and you'll be getting your hands on these changes when the Witch Queen launches. If you're brave enough to take on the challenge of reading this in full, take it slow, grab some water. Hold on. A snack too, hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I got my snack, I got my water. From Pinnacle to Pursuit weapons. When Pinnacle weapons were introduced, they were tuned and presented as being best in class. They were. Recluse Mountaintop was insane. They excited and motivated players, but they weren't expensive to build for legendary weapons that had some undesirable side effects. You mean like you guys rooted Not Forgotten? Cool. Such as PvP Pinnacle weapons becoming mandatory in PvE. It wasn't mandatory. It was just some of the better things to use. Or becoming incredibly pleasant to play against. Yes, Mountaintop Recluse was nuts. Or so strong that no other weapon in the class could compete in PvP. Mountaintop wasn't that bad in PvP. Not Forgotten was, honestly, Not Forgotten was pretty good. Like, if you gave Not Forgotten to someone that didn't do the quest to actually get the gun, they didn't know how to use it. I remember playing Crucible and see people spam the Not Forgottens at me, and I took my time and paced my shots and got the kill. So I don't know about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mountaintop, I understand. You give anybody Mountaintop and they go off. Not Forgotten wasn't that crazy. When we moved away from Pinnacle weapons, we didn't go into much detail, so we like to take a moment to clarify the move and introduce the Pursuit weapon for next season. I can see that. It looks like a shoddy. Okay. The intent of at season 12 is that a Pursuit weapon should be a solid weapon, roughly 70% of a god roll in this archetype, with perks option that will work well in PvP and PvE, and which can be reliably obtained without a huge grind. These should act as a good starter weapon for both PvP and PvE, while leaving space for weapons from Pinnacle activities like Trials, Raids, and Nightfall to see this potential. We generally ship a similar weapon with high potential in the same season. Salvage Salvo basically ignores this guideline. Yeah, it does. I was just about to say that shit. Cool. I'm glad you guys know that. Here's a quick breakdown of how each Pursuit weapon since season 12 compares to the random roll option in the game. Adore is a good sniper rifle, but better sniper rifles. Nah, not too many sniper rifles shipped along there. Adore was still really good for Crucible. Salvo was nasty. Yeah, you didn't give auto loading or blinding. That makes sense. True Teller was definitely better in endgame. No Composure It's an excellent fusion rifle. And it brought back the reservoir burst perk, but plug 1 and glacial can also get reservoir burst. Yeah, but the thing is, no composure is a rapid fire, and it is just more consistent. Now Cartesian is much better, yes, when it comes to DPS, because you gave it Vorpal and you gave it left from gold. Ascendancy rocket brought back the explosive light perk. Hothead can get it also. I'm still not a huge fan of the explosive light perk, because once you're max, it still grabs your orbs up. And Bungie taking away the way that we can make orbs too. Explosive light is not. I'm not a huge fan of it. And with that, let's look at the Reckless Endangerment Pursuit Shotgun. This weapon is coming in Season 16 and introduces the new Steady Hands perk for a massive handling boost after a kill plus snapshot. Steady Hands, that's the perk. Okay. That's a nice looking shotgun. There are several other shotguns in the release with more sought after PvP and PvE perks. This Steady Hand perk, is it me or is it like almost like Chaperone perk? Like Roadborne, but it's not like, I don't know. Origin traits. We've been talking about difficulty of making different weapons of the same type feel unique for years at this point, and the Witch Queen, we're doing something about it. Every weapon that's new or returning in the Witch Queen will have an origin trait determined by its source in the third trait column. Oh, so that's what that was. If you watch this video from the beginning, that's what that was. Okay, so they're gonna have an origin trait on it, including all new legendary weapons and all returning trials, Iron Band, and Nightfall weapons. Origin traits will only appear on new drops of a weapon, and they won't be retroactively added to old drops. These traits vary in effect, but the guideline is that they either have a high uptime and medium power effects, or low uptime and high power. So that's what that was. That's what I was. Okay. There are 14 origin traits in total shipping in the Witch Queen in Season 16, and we expect to ship around 3 new ones each season after Season 16. For example, 1 for Season 17, 1 for the raid, 1 for the dungeon, and 1 for the seasonal event, until we have 1 for each event. Okay. When we refresh old weapons from a given source, for example, an existing raid or old pool of seasonal weapons, we may create a new origin trait at the same time. If they do that for DSC weapons, and if they do that for like time loss weapons, this is gonna be nice. It just sucks though, because like you already have like a nice roll, and now like you might have to go back and go for that. Bungie, come on, man. Just let people get it on their old weapons. Like I understand the whole point of like everyone being on the same page, because new players are also coming in. I mean, if you're gonna put something like that in, just if someone already has like a good role, they shouldn't have to go back for like another one, especially when they want to tackle like new content, and they're gonna have to go back in an existing raid to get stuff like that. I don't really agree with that, but to each their own. Here are some examples. Trials of Osiris, Alacrity. Gain increased reload, stability, aim assist, and range when you are the last living member of your fire team. Also, what I'm talking about, these traits, when we were looking at these weapons up here, right? You can kind of see that there's like 2 things under there, and I think that's what that is. So that makes sense. That makes sense that the traits were put there. Nightfall Strikes. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Trials of Osiris. Gain increased reload, stability, aim assist, and range when you're the last living member of your fire team or running solo. Does that mean if people are running in a solo playlist for trials, would they have that perk up the whole time? Or how's that going to work? Plus 20 reload, plus 20 stability, plus 10 aim assist, plus 10 range. Solo includes solo lost sectors and rumble. I mean, that means what? Solo nightfalls as well for people, right? Or does that only... It can't just be trials, because it says it includes lost sectors. Nightfall Strike, stunning recovery. Stun the champion partially refills your magazine. Ooh, nice. That would be nasty on the bow, cause like, that is going to be nasty on SMGs and ARs if they do it properly, because Overload is going to be on that as well. It triggers health regen and improves recovery for a short duration. Another perk that's going to make me not want to run recovery as much. Cool. Grant 60 health and plus 40 recovery for 3 seconds. I mean, you can basically like play aggressive with that perk. Okay. Crucible, 1 quiet moment. Grant increased reload speed when out of combat. Plus 40 reload stat when out of combat. Haven't dealt or received damage in 4 seconds. Oh, this is for the motherfuckers in the back of the map with their scout rifles. Hell yeah. Strikes, Vanguard Vindication. Final blows with this weapon grant a small amount of health. Small equal 7 health. 7 health. Anytime it makes sense due to the source activity, a weapon will have multiple origin traits selectable. For example, Nightfall weapons can select between Nightfalls and Vanguard traits. Trials of Osiris weapons can select between Trials and Crucible traits. The Pursuit weapon can select between the Gambit, Vanguard, and Crucible traits since it can't be acquired from any of these activities. But hear me out here. Bungie just spoke about the old Pinnacle weapons that people got, like you got it from Crucible, but it was really good in PvE, right? So why do something like this to kind of like go backwards, you know? Like if someone gets a weapon, like let's say you know, like I have a friend, right? He doesn't do that many Nightfalls, but hey, he wants to do Nightfall because there's like loot that came out, right? Like a palindrome, he wants to get a palindrome, and he has like some really good trial weapons. And if he ran like stun and recovery on it, it would be nice for him to do, but he can't do it because it's stuck between Trials and Crucible. That's almost like limiting what you're going to use. I thought we were trying to go MMO route, Bungie. What's going on here? You know? But anyways, one other case, see below. Weapon foundries. Guardians, there was something I wanted to tell you. What was it? Banshee scratches his forehead. Oh yeah, guns. I was cleaning out that locker back there. Banshee motions to a dust cake storage container. Found a couple of things you might be interested in. The Exo reaches in the crate next to him and pulls out a glistening Fugu, or a glistening F-55 sniper rifle. A stack of shiny new Suro's weapon, manufactured for the Red War by the looks of him. He peers down the sight of the rifle. Been years since I held the new Suro's. Good balance, solo craftsmanship. This is damn fine work. Bungie, please make sure this is like a cutscene in the game when Witch Creek comes out. I kind of want to see him say all that. All right. What was I going to tell you? Ah, right, guns. Banshee and crates more weapons in mint condition. These were earmarked for Zavala, Drifter, and Shaxx. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll let you play with them. There's a lot more where that came from. Banshee gestures to a whole stack of crates swimming in a cloud of dust. Hand cannons, pulse rifles, Omlin, hockey, vice. You're going to have a ball. In Season 16, we're replacing the old world loophole with 12 new weapons in the style of the Destiny 2 Year 1 Foundry weapon set. 3 weapons each from the Suros, Omlin, hockey, and vice foundries, plus 1 foundry weapon for each Vanguard, Gambit, and Crucible. Okay, that's pretty neat. Picture a handful of weapons you'll find in Legendary Engrams of February 22. Not all are pictured, mind you. Okay, so then what weapons are going away? Like everything in the loophole is going away, and we're just only gonna have these weapons. Each weapon will come with a Foundry origin trait theme around that Foundry personality. Suro Synergy. Reloading grants this weapon bonus handling and reduces incoming flinch for a short time. Plus 40 handling, 20% flinch resistance for 6 seconds after reloading. Hake Breach Armaments. This weapon deals increased damage against vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. Okay. Turrets include stasis turrets, plus 15% to vehicles, plus 30% to structures and turrets. Amalon Fluid Dynamics. This weapon has increased reload speed and stability for the top of the half of the magazine. Max stability, max plus 20, reload max plus 30. Reduces as the magazine gets lower. You would think it would be the opposite, right? As it gets lower, then you get these stats, you know? Vice Stinger. Chance on damage to partially refill this weapon's magazine. Vice seems like a cool one. In addition to the Foundry origin trait, each Foundry weapon perk pool leans into that Foundry identity. Big damage to Hake, consistency for Suros, ability tie-in and weird stuff for Amalon, never stop firing for Vice. Okay, so then the 2 extra traits that we saw on the weapons are going to be this, basically. Picture upcoming Vanguard shotgun, Crucible hand cannon, and Gambit pulse. No, Gambit auto rifle. I'm on hand cannons all right. They just always like feel like they feel snappy, but I just we'll see. Foundry weapons that drop from a source aside from the whirlpool can switch between the foundry trait and that source's trait. This doesn't imply that foundry weapons will be common outside the world loophole. For example, a roll on the new Gambit Hake high impact auto rifle, Herat C, might look like this: corkscrew rifling, polygonal rifling, armor piercing, flare magwell, perpetual motion, focus fire, invader tracker, Gambit origin trait, hockey armament breach, kill tracker, range masterwork. Okay. Oh yeah, so that's exactly what that is. Damn. Okay, I should have like read this before I started asking all those questions about those like 2 new like perks that were there. So yeah, it's Gambit trait and the hockey trait would just be like right after your perks. That's pretty neat. We know we haven't brought back all your favorite foundry weapons type, but don't worry, you can expect to see weapon foundries receive new additions each season for the year following the Witch Queen, with some fun surprises thrown in later in the year. Global. All right, this is where some fun begins. The rest of the section would be more of a patch note preview feel. Lots of bullets, not a lot of pictures. Still have that snack and water handy. Yeah, I got my stuff handy. Here we go. Feel free to take a moment to get a refill. Sure, man. Hydration. Kill trackers were once one reason to masterwork a weapon, but we now see no reason to gate these behind masterworking. They'll be present by default on all weapons. Yeah, I saw that. Let's go back up real quick if people haven't seen that. But you can see the enemies defeated is already here, like at the bottom, like right away. You don't have to like, and this thing is only at 3 masterwork, so that's pretty neat. That like that's like automatically on. Now let's see here. Yes. This means masterworking should no longer be seen as mandatory, as we expect the plus 10 to a weapon stat or plus 10 to primary stat plus 3 to other stats for adept to only matter to dedicated PvP players. What do you mean? Everybody likes seeing better stats in the weapon. Doesn't matter if you're playing PvP or PvE or Gambit or you're just in patrol. We have no specific plans for changes to masterworking at the stage, but we'll revisit later. Know that we did discuss getting the origin trait behind masterworking, but ultimately this wouldn't have achieved the goal of a weapon differentiation for non-masterwork weapons. Following the armored team's footsteps, weapon mods for legendary weapons are now free and instant to insert. Nice. We believe that many pain points around special weapons in Crucible are exacerbated by how easy it is currently to acquire special ammo, and while we have touched this in the past, we're making a further adjustment. Players can now only drop 1 special ammo on death or equivalent, no matter how much they were carrying. Okay. The maximum you can pick up off a special brick is 1 for a shotgun, fusion rifle, or sniper rifle. Scavenger mods add to this as normal, but we'll be evaluating their place in the Crucible in the future. Damn, scavengers aren't going to do much in Crucible too. Players quickly found another way to execute the quick swap glitch, so we fixed another animation cancel. Oh my lord. Bungie, just let it go, man. If someone really went out of their way to find out how to quick swap, it's whatever. Archetypes. The Season 15 Fusion Rifle rework had a lot of moving parts. Rapid fire, precision, and adaptive fusions came out of this different, but all quite strong. No, rapid fires are strong. The rest are like trying to keep up. You need like really good perks on them to keep up. We definitely see it on Fusion Rifle sub families occupy different roles and want to maintain the large difference in charge time to keep these distinct for now. So we're nudging damage up to make it easier. Oh my god, you guys are actually listening. If something takes longer to charge up, it should do more damage, Bungie. That's like someone winding up a punch to punch somebody and someone just standing there going like this. The wind should hit harder. I don't know. But cool. Increase high impact fusion rifle damage per bow from 62 to 64. What's the percentage on this? Because my brain is hurting. Like 0.03% maybe? Is that like 3%? I don't even know. My brain's hurting. But cool. Increase high impact fusion PV damage from 15 to 20%. What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Also, I know I'm recording a YouTube video. Mods, could I get a shout out, please, for Kira? Please. Also, if you're watching a YouTube video, yes, I shout out another streamer in my recording. It's okay. All right, so the damage is going from 62 to 64. That is literally maybe 6%, if I'm wrong. No one has a calculator to just do like 64 divided by 62 real quick. All right. We like the crowd control capabilities of breach grenade launchers and PvE have taken off. But as it stands, there isn't a meaningful trade-off for the added utility. So, as it stands, there isn't a meaningful trade-off for the added utility that blinding concussion grenades give you. And it's unreasonable that a way to really annoy other players in PvP can also one-shot them. Reduce blinding and concussion grenade damage by 25%. Okay. As long as they don't mess with the blinding timer, I'm fine with it. All right. I mean, if I can still blind an enemy in PvP, like blinding grenades are, like, I'm sorry to say this, they're broken in like endgame PvE. Rocket launcher subfamilies have lacked meaningful differences for a while now, and their free tracking positions are flat out better because they are. So we're pushing them further apart by adjusting damage. Wow, it's been like 4 years. We may take a deeper look at rocket launchers later. Oh, cool. Now high impact does more. Hear me out. It should have been precision, then adaptive, then aggressive, then high impact. It's called high impact. They should have the most impact. Maybe I'm just crazy. Like, hello? Yo, Bungie, what? It's called high impact, man. Like, why is it like secondary in damage? Yo, I gotta go, man. This is crazy. All right. Oh, come on. We took a big swing at sniper rifle aim assist based on zoom and beyond light, and haven't seen this play out or revisiting the tuning on the zoom based AA scaling. Low zoom snipers got more of an aim assist reduced than they needed, and high zoom snipers are getting some pretty silly headshots right now. Reduced variance in AA scaling between 35 zoom and high zoom sniper rifles. Cone angle scaler increased by 25% on low zoom, reduced by 9% on high zoom. Pulse rifles take slightly too long to kill red bar enemies. Someone finally told Bungie? Wow, I wonder who kept telling his dev friend that pulse rifles suck dick in the game. You know? Because pulse rifles suck dick in endgame. Oh my god. I wonder who started paying attention. Oh my god. But if you want exotic pulse rifles to feel better, oh boy, keep reading. Alright. Pulse rifles got 10% against miners. I like that. That means that I can use Graviton Lance even more, because Graviton Lance is the shit. That also means No Time to Explain is going to be really nutty with the little buddy that likes to steal all my kills. Exotic primary weapons and trace rifles aren't sufficiently stronger than legendaries for them to be worth bringing into hard PvE content, particularly against miners. Note that this change applies to all exotic that use primary ammo. Okay, so that means Div is not getting that buff, and includes most secondary effects. Increased damage versus miners and P by 40%. Bro, that's a dub. That's 40%, and then another 10. I'm using I'm using Graviton Lance a lot. All right, you might be talking about Outbreak, but No Time to Explain and Graviton are going to like shit on everything. And then like the way you barely have to build into intellect now, Bad Juju might be really good. But No Time to Explain and Graviton are like going to be at the top of the food chain. I'm telling you right now. That is nice. I like that a lot. Chaperone is a terror in PvP, particularly with the nerf to pellet shotguns and the reduced frequency of grenades and melee abilities. And it outperforms some weapons that ought to be good counters to it. For example, sidearms and submachine guns. Reduced passive range buff from 2 meters to point. Ooh, damn. Duality is in a similar place to Chaperone, but it's not quite as rangy. On the other hand, is exotic trait shipped with the constraint that it will wipe on reload to make it harder to chain. Haven't seen it in action for a while now. We don't think that limitation needs to be there. Reduced passive range buff in slug mode from 1.25 to 0.5. The on black wing damage no longer clears on reload. Okay. Ooh, Terrible. Let's go. What we got here? Terrible is extremely strong as it is. It is. It's one that's like, it just sucks. You put it away, you lose everything. It's currently the men's complete commitment. Yeah, you need the weapon out the whole time. This constraint's a bit harsher than it needs to be, so we loosen it without removing this entirely. Also, while duration extension when damaging players did actually function in PvP, it was so that players kept reporting that it was bugged, so we bumped them up. Now reduce perk progress by half instead of clearing on weapon. Oh, that is dope. So that means you put it away. Okay, you keep it at half. That's not bad. Increase Ravenous Beast duration increases for damaging the player slightly. I think I'm gonna like using Terrible. Cool. Ruinous Effigy has been overdue for a look at its Beyond Light nerf. It was nerfed for no reason. So we're rolling that back. Oh, really? You're rolling it back? Yo, what, like, note that the other part of the nerf was to the airborne standard melee attack, and this hasn't been touched. Increase the damage dealt by ground. Yo, hold on. Bro, I can't stop laughing at this. They nerfed that gun for no reason. Oh, man. It wasn't even like an artifact mod or anything that was gonna like buff the weapon. It was just like, they were just like, man, fuck this gun, nerf this shit. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Transmutation. Increase the damage dealt by a Guardian with transmutation spear by 66%. 30% against players. Transmutation spears multi-kills now count for orb generation armor mods. Okay. Previously, only kills with the beam would trigger this. Lumina's, okay, then that's nice. Let's go to Lumina. Lumina's stats just don't compare with other 140 RPM adaptive hand cannons. And its uses reflect that, so we're updating these alongside some of the legendary hand cannons that also used to be 150 RPMs. Increase range stat from 44 to 59. Increase base stat from 46 to 56. Okay. I just got a question. All the 150s that became 140s, Bungie. Are y'all gonna talk about this? Are we gonna fix this? I don't know, but I'll keep reading, I guess. It's nice. It's nice that they did that for Lumina, so that's pretty cool. Sorry, Thorn fans. Thorn is already strong and popular, and a similar buff returned to a monster in PvP. I mean, but that's the thing. Why, like, okay, whatever. It would be fair if they did that to Thorn as well, right? And then find a way to like balance it out. But okay. Agroceptor initial implementation used super regen scalars, which had very weird effects and activities that also had scalars. So we rebuilt it to turn off regen while active and have implemented a slower drain using a different method. Fix being able to activate or continue using the power mode while suppressed or stasis in case. Rebuilt the perk used to modify super charge rate. Now freezes super to recharge and deducts super directly. Fixes several issues with activities that change charge rate and outliers for recharge based on intellect stat. I mean, we have elemental well mods for this, Bungie. But alright. Super should now drain more slowly while empowered. Dementels feels good to use on both mouse and keyboard and controller now, and we don't want it to go back to feel unreliable, but it's far too good at spamming hipfire shots at long range as it stands. Reduce the catalyst hipfire rate of fire from 150 to 130. Man, bring that thing down to a freaking 120. Lawrence Shriver and Arbalist remain fairly hard to counter in PvP. Yo, please help me. Please help me. Don't nerf Arbalist. I am going to be pissed. Please. Please help me. They nerf Arbalist. Okay. I'm going to read it slowly. One common complaint is how easy they can shoot through flinch. We'll be keeping an eye on these moving forward. Now, okay. We're good. Increase flinch receive. I don't care about that. Woo! Forerunner ammo economy. Let's go back though, chat. I'm not lying to you here. Arbalist is literally like the pinnacle weapon of Grandmasters. If you go into a Grandmaster, there's always going to be match game, and there's probably going to be barrier champions. And Arbalist basically covers both. And from range. That's all I'm saying. But let's go. Forerunner ammo economy was fairly conservative when we shipped 30th anniversary, but having seen how it's used in PvP, we believe it would benefit from gaining a little more ammo per special brick. Increase ammo pickup from a special ammo brick from 2 to 3 and from 4 to 5 with a scavenger mod. But okay, that's not bad. Legendary weapons. Several legendary weapons have out of band stats, either to their benefit, detriment, or a bit of both. When infusion caps were still around, this was okay because they cycle out eventually. But now the weapons remain viable in all activities indefinitely, and the solution is to adjust outliers to being banned as mentioned in the February 21 state of the game. Hand cannons. Oh, the ban for legendary 140 hand cannons aim assist ends at 84. And this stream should be for a hand cannon from a pinnacle activity like a raid or trials. But when 150s were converted to 140s, oh snap! Thank you, sir. Yeah, but this is good right here. Ooh, when 150s were converted to 140s, many of the stats were either too low or too high. We're adjusting the stat. Hello? Yeah, I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, okay? When you guys did the Lumina thing, I was talking shit. Yeah, you know what? I ain't sorry, but I'm kind of sorry. All right, let's get back to it. Thank you, Bungie. Fuck, been asking for this from like, oh my God. Here we go. Dire Promise, +4 range, +3 stability, -4 aim assist. Waken Vigil, +6 range, +5 stability. Chat. Ooh, you know what this means, dog? Oh, bro. No. Chat, I've been sitting on Awakened Vigil with Surplus, Armor Piercing, and Vorpal. It's just been sitting there. You know what this means? Anyways, Jack Queen King, +3 range, +3 stability, -8 aim assist. Spare Rations, +4 range, +4 stability, -9 aim assist. Wait. Does this mean that Bungie's bringing back Jack Queen King and Spare Rations? Because they said the weapons that remain viable in all activities, right? Does that mean that Jack Queen King is coming back? Because I love that gun. I had one with Demolitionist and Dragonfly on it, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Does that mean that I can go for a Spare Ration with Overflow and Explosive Payload again? Psst, bro. Okay. Felwinter's Lie. Intrinsic perk makes it far too consistent and lethal compared to similar shotguns, and it had plenty of time to shine. +15% spread angle. Felwinter's is still going to be king of shotguns. Most of Ikelo's SMG stat are wildly out of band for an aggressive SMG, but it does suffer from having a low zoom compared to other popular options. Look, man, IKEL's SMG will always be good. It has Seraph rounds on it. It is always going to be good. Typically, we don't just adjust base stats on specific weapons at all post ship, so we don't intend to do this regularly. I would still use IKELOs. Now, perks. We want players to be able to choose builds into hipfire more easily, so we're adjusting the hipfire grip perk to support this. Hipfire grip now increases damage fall off start and end distance by 20%, except on shotguns, sniper rifles, and fusion rifles. Adagio also felt like a changed weapon subfamily to the next lowest rate of fire, but worse, particularly when comparing damage fall off. Increased duration from 5 to 7 seconds, increased damage bonus, except on bows and fusion rifles from 25 to 30%. Now add plus 10 range stat, huh? Added a timer to the buff text and makes it easier to tell when it's going to expire. I'm still not a huge fan of this because of the rate of fire. I would, if you're gonna do that, right? If you're gonna do the changing the rate of fire, I think 30% is not enough. I think 40, 45 would have been better. Like maybe even like give it 35%. Like one for all right now is like one of the highest like buffs you get in a game, right? You shoot 3 different targets and you have that buff. So I don't know. And now adds plus 10 range stat. That's just, I would use this perk more on special ammo or heavy ammo weapons because they do more damage, so I can get a kill quick and then get to do damage. I don't know. The dual loader is okay on paper. Dual loader is doodle on paper, but in practice that reload is pretty painful. No, that reload is pretty awful. Reduce reload stat penalty from 50 to 35. Maybe Bungie came out with like a shotgun that like shot like, maybe if we had like a slug machine that a slug shotty that shot like in 2 different places, like maybe dual loader would be cool. Like I shoot, it shoots 2 different people. Now I don't know. I don't see myself using that. Danger Zone felt pretty risky to use in some cases, resulting in a lot of self-damage. Reduce self-damage scalar to grenade launchers. Combined with the other scalar, this ends up reducing self-damage. Okay. I'm just gonna say this ends up reducing self-damage from 1.25 to 0.75. Tap the trigger is a meta breaking perk on a particular fusion rifle. The one that Zer sold. When stacked with other elemental of this role, it makes fusion rifles much too stable. So much that we stopped putting it on fusion rifles. And then Squidface sold it a few times. Oh, he sold it a few times? You sure? That's crazy. With this change, we believe it's still quite a strong perk without being overpowered. So it's likely to appear on future fusion rifles. Note, we did try to reduce instability from plus 40 to plus 20. But in playtest, the difference wasn't perceptible. On fusion rifles only, reduce stability bonus from 40 to 10, change max recoil angle, scale from 0.5 to 0.875, change arrow angle scale from 0.9 to 0.975. Unchanged on all other weapons. Okay, so tap the trigger only on fusions right now. Headseeker didn't work as intended on aggressive burst pulse rifles because the buff duration was too short. Sacred Providence is the only viable pulse rifle that benefits from this in Season 16, but expect to see more in future seasons. Extended buff duration from 0.17 to 0.3. Let's talk about Eager's Edge. It's a lot of fun to use, but it can be used to do some mind-blowing environment-breaking things if used in particular ways while airborne. While the tuning below isn't meant to remove the fun factor, we have a fresh raid and other fun content coming with the Witch Queen and want to ensure we retain challenge behind our upcoming rewards. Breaking out of maps can be fun indeed, but can easily remove the prestige and value of given items or experience. I mean, we don't... Eagle's Edge doesn't let people just break out of stuff. Like, Bungie, you guys have all these holes and like strikes in places. How many times have I randomly just like slipped and fell into a place? I'm like, oh, look, I'm out of the map. That's not this perk's fault. Like, what? Reduce launch distance benefit while airborne by 25%. Now caps maximum player airborne velocity to a fairly high value while active. Okay. Occasionally, we'll shelf perks because they're not working for some reason. Too strong or too weak. This means we won't put them on weapons in the future unless we change the perk. You mean like, you know, a bunch of perks that like were on weapons from the moon and then you kind of took it away? Okay. In many cases, we'd rather put design into new perks than old ones, but there's a whole perk section here. Anyway, these perks are shelved. Some have been shelved for a while. Boundless Grief and Celerity. Wait, are you... wait, is it... are these perks being taken away? Okay. So Boundless Grief and Celerity are going away. Because now you're doing origin traits. Okay. But hear me out. I'm guessing the weapons that we have right now will keep these perks, right? Because they said traits aren't going to be on the weapons that we already have. Traits are going to be on stuff that we find later. Okay. Underdog, Shield Historian, Air Assault. Air Assault. Oh my god, this meme of a perk that came in that came from the damn forges. Okay. Alright, the near future. In Season 17, we'll have a set of PvP-focused weapon changes, including new ways for players to build for flinch resistance, balanced tuning for primary weapons, looking at you pulse rifles, lightweight in particular, special weapon tuning, snapshot filling mandatory in sniper rifles and PvP, other balance changes, another PvP special ammo economy change if needed, adjusting how zoom outliers, both low and high, affect the performance of a subset of weapons. The scope column shouldn't be the most important thing on a weapon, but it is. This could take, but that's the thing. That's what makes people go for a 5 out of 5 on a weapon, Bungie, right? Everything matters, right? That one missing perk. It doesn't have to be the barrel. It could be the mag. That one missing perk, or even even the masterwork. That one missing perk is what makes it kind of not like a god roll, right? So I don't know. But to each their own. This could take some various form, but it tends to bring both high and low outliers towards the average to the overall benefit of the weapon archetype. We're also adjusting several much requested exotics along with legendary perks. Okay. Cheers to Proctor and the team for that massive info dump. We'll have a full round of patch notes on February 22nd when the Witch Queen goes live. That was nice. I mean, certain things got touched that shouldn't be touched, like Eagle's Edge. I could just get on the Titan, you know, and Swordskate into places. I can get on my Sparrow and Sparrowfly into places. So I don't really think it's that perk, Bungie. I don't know. Year of the Tiger. So we covered what's coming to Destiny and the Witch Queen and the Season 16. What's going on right now? Well, we have a celebration of the Lunar New Year. Some of you may have already noticed, but Eververse has been filled with some many wonderful new items. I have seen them. I have all of them. These items will be available through next Tuesday resets, so snag them if they call your eye. We'll also have a few items from last year available for Bright Dust if you'd like to join in on the celebration. Prepare to launch a worm. This TWAB is long, but this train isn't stopping yet. Our Destiny Player Support Team has some information for you, so keep on reading. This is their report. To prepare for the launch of the Witch Queen on February 22nd, Destiny 2 will undergo scheduled downtime from 7 p.m. PST on February 21st to 9 a.m. PST on February 22nd. That's basically an hour before getting on, right? DMG note, as this TWAB is running pretty long, we'll do the math for you. That's 14 hours of downtime. We hope you can use the time to get some sleep, prep some tasty food, or do whatever your heart desires before diving into Witch Queen. With the announcement of 1 million Guardians already having pre-order, we're also expecting a bit of a queue as things open up. Please stay tuned for additional details. Preload for the Witch Queen is planned to become available on all platforms beginning at 9 p.m. PST on February 21st. Stay tuned for further update as we get closer to launch. Damn, we're getting close. We're getting close. Shadow Realm. With the end of the season approaching, the Shadow Realm seasonal activity has been updated to a daily rotation from a weekly rotation. Players who wish to complete Triumph seasonal challenges or seals associated with the Shadow Realm should make sure to do so prior to its removal with the launch of the Witch Queen. Someone remind me to make a video about this for the people that have like Agri Scepter and stuff like that, and they need to get or they need to get aggers. GM Nightfall catch-up node clarification. This past week, the next week in Destiny login message incorrectly indicated that the Grandmaster catch-up node has just become active. The Grandmaster Nightfall catch-up node has been live and is currently available for players who completed the Conqueror seal to be able to gild their seal. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you're still here. In the past, previous seasons, Bungie made it to where the last 3 weeks, all GMs were available so people can catch up and people can farm for things. They now have changed that. So if you had Conqueror in the previous season, for this season, you were able to go for your Gilded Conqueror with the catch-up node on the 7th week. That means that all GMs came out and they wanted people to be able to gild their Conqueror early. Now, if you have Gilded Conqueror, you're not going to have a catch-up node. And for the people that don't have Conqueror yet, they're going to have a catch-up node. And the people that do have Conqueror will also have it if they haven't gilded yet. But for the people that have gilded, you will only see the Nightfall for the week. It's kind of a terrible change because I kind of like when they had it to where it was like the last 3 weeks had every Nightfall available so people can kind of like get materials of what they needed. But to each their own, all right? Year 4 content vaulting. With the launch of the Witch Queen on February 22nd, certain activities, quests, destination, and items from Season 12 to 15 of Forsaken will become unavailable to access. For full list of vaulted and deprecated content, please see our guidelines below. Weapon cycling. The following weapons will be leaving the ritual pool with the launch of the Witch Queen on February 22nd. Tribes of Osiris, Ignis Hammer, the hand cannon, Solar Scar, the sword. Nightfall, we got the Swarm machine gun, Shadow Price AR, Uzume sniper, and the Hung Jury scout rifle. Iron Banner, we have the multi-mock SMG, the Time War inspired pulse rifle, the guidance size scout, and the steady hand cannon. But if you watch my reaction to the Bungie trailer, you can see that there's going to be a new Iron Banner hand cannon coming in. I hope that it's a 140 Bungie, but we'll see. Players should make sure to claim all engrams and other rewards before the new season begins. Any rewards not claimed for ritual vendors, the Violent Shack, Drift, and Safe 14 will be removed at the end of the season. All right, and we're at the end. Yay! We have movie of the week, and you know they have the artist stuff of the week. Well, you made it once again. A Mega TWAB has landed. You read every word of it, maybe almost every word. I know some of you skipped the outros. Between now and lunch, we have a few more little things to cover in TWAB, but we're not expecting anything as long as this edition. These next few weeks will be opportunity to rest up before the launch of our next expansion. Get some sleep, eat well, maybe even soak in some sunlight if the weather permits. Bro, I ain't soaking in no sunlight. You see this skin right here? It got all the sunlight it needs. But anyways, of course, you're going to maintain a healthy lifestyle after February 22nd, right? There won't be any moments where you think, I'll do the dishes later, or I guess I can take the trash out next week while leveling up your brand new, freshly crafted weapons. On a final summer note, before we go, we'd like to take a moment to honor one of our moderators. We received tragic news over the weekend that Seraphim Crypto, one of our German community volunteers, had passed away. RIP, man. That's... Words are incredibly difficult to find here. Seraphim has been among the Destiny community since the start, pitching in to help anyone who needed assist or simply sitting back and relaxing among our forums to pass the time. We met him in person on his home turf when we visited Germany for Gamescom, and even had him come out to Seattle to help us with the community summit. Every exchange was positive, inspiring, and heartfelt. His love for this community was immeasurable. You could tell with every exchange how wonderful, unique, and passionate he was, and how much of an inspiration he could be. Not only to us at Bungie, but to players of our worldwide community. Thank you for everything, Seraphim. You are loved, you are missed. We hope you're able to rest well, and we're sending our love to your family. Bro, rest in peace, man. Like, that's crazy. Much love, DMG04. That is it for this TWAB. Also, what I'm going to do for this video, I am going to put, I think there's like 3 new emblems or whatever. I'm going to put those codes in the bottom. Make sure you like redeem those emblems. If you have any thoughts or you disagreed or agree with anything that I said in this video, definitely leave a comment because I do read the comments. I want to know what you think about the changes coming up. And yeah, man, we're getting closer to that Witch Queen. All right. I see you guys on the side. Please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for being here. Deuces.